Oh. Highest award. I hope you can hear that. Hello. I haven't done this in a really long time, but I wanted to start recording because it is April 25th right now, and I graduate on, well, I have 2 graduation ceremonies, I guess. Officially, I graduate on May 14th from college, from school, with my bachelor's. So yeah, I wanted to start recording because it's the last time I'm going to be in school for the foreseeable future, and it's also the last time I'm going to be in New York City for probably a while. I don't know if I've said this before, but I go to NYU in New York City. But I'm from Wisconsin, and so after graduation I'm going home to Wisconsin for a while, and then I am moving to Seattle for my job. I have a couple things that I'm technically in the middle of right now, and then I'll tell you, I guess, what's going on in the next few weeks. First, I have Cadáver Exquisito by Agustina Bazterrica. The English title is Tender as the Flesh. I'm reading the original in the Spanish because the author is Argentinian. Yeah, I'm reading in the Spanish because I am finishing a Spanish minor right now. So I like to read in Spanish every once in a while when I can. It takes me a lot longer to read in Spanish. What this book is about is basically a future dystopia where a virus has wiped out basically all animals. So obviously there's no more meat, there's no meat market, but people still really want to eat meat. Basically, humans are being bred in this world specifically for the purpose of being eaten, as animals are in our world now. So it's very actually distressing. But I'm on page 185 of like 250 pages, I think. So I'm actually close to done with this one. I'll probably finish in the next couple days. And it's like a really light paperback. Yeah, this has been my train book because it's super light. Next book, I have this copy of The Ghost in the Shell. It's so pretty. Like, the art is just gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. On like the first few of the title pages. Pretty. Anyways, and then I have also My Lover, the Rabbi. I looked this up recently and it had barely any reviews on Goodreads. Actually, I just found it in an independent bookstore, read the back, thought it sounded interesting, but the writing style is very interesting. Let me like hold up. So like this is like the first 40 chapters were all this short, very just like kind of like a little situation, like a little snippet of our narrator's life, but it's about a rabbi and a guy who is kind of having this weird affair situationship type of thing going on with this rabbi, and I honestly don't really know much more than that right now. In terms of what is happening coming up soon, tomorrow is the Brooklyn Half Marathon. I am running that. I have not trained as much as I did for my half marathon last year, so it's very much just going to be like a finish the race. I'm not really looking for or hoping for a PR or anything like that. In the future, some of the things I want to try to do for sure before I leave New York, I want to go for a run in Central Park. I have never done that in all my time here, which is insane. My parents and one of my sisters are coming here for my graduation, and I think maybe when my sister is here, I really would like to do a book crawl in Lower Manhattan, or a bookstore crawl of all of the independent bookstores, used bookstores that I visited while I've lived here in this area. I have like 7, I think, mapped out in Lower Manhattan. And then other than that, I have like a commencement award ceremony. I have 2 actual commencement ceremonies. We have an all university, and then each individual college has their own. So I will be going to both of those. Probably just trying to hang out with friends a lot because we're all graduating and we don't know the next time we'll all be together. I only have 2 exams this semester, which is really nice, and they're pretty spread out. So yeah, hopefully lots of time to just do New York kind of things. That was a really long update, but it's been a while, so those are the plans, and I will update you whenever something new happens, I guess. Yeah, see you maybe tomorrow from the half marathon or after the race. I'm back. I have Chipotle half demolished already. And today was the day of the marathon, or half marathon, half. It's already like 6 p.m. I took a nap. Yeah, it was definitely not really the race that I hoped for, but I don't think that I could have legitimately hoped for doing much better than this. I really didn't train. I've had kind of some like weird health things recently, so I also just haven't been feeling that great. I haven't had a ton of energy, and it's probably the last time I'll get to run this race because I'm leaving New York. So I have the medal. Oh no. See, it is 22 days until I leave New York. I am really sore. It was kind of like, it wasn't cold. It was actually probably good temperature for a run if I were really trying to run it well. I think it was, when I started, it was like the low 40s maybe. I think it was like 7 degrees Celsius. That is, that is one thing done for the remainder of my time in New York. I'm going to finish my Chipotle, which was my treat to myself for running a half marathon. And I don't know, I would like to try to get some work done today, but I really don't know if I feel like it. I kind of just feel bad, so we'll see what else I end up doing. Wow. Hi. It's only like, it's 2 days later. It's Tuesday, the 28th, since we're counting down to final commencement on the 18th. I've done laundry this morning. I went to get a few groceries, not a lot because obviously I'm moving in like 3 weeks, so I try not to buy too much stuff so I can try to finish everything that's in my fridge and my pantry. Anyways, I wanted to give you though an update on Cadáver Exquisito because I have finished this. I think I read like 50 pages of it yesterday, which it's only 250 pages, I think I said. Not super long. This book was extremely distressing to me. When I was reading, there's two parts. When I was reading the first part, which is all about like the new meat industry, which is obviously based on human meat and no longer animal meat. When I read the first part, I was like, I would be reading it on the train and I had to put it away because I was like, I can't, like, it was like, yeah. What made this book so terrible for me was that the whole point we're following this main character guy who works in like the meat industry, but the whole time like he's vegetarian, he won't eat any meat because like he sees what's going on, so he like is like disgusted by this whole industry. Basically he's only doing it because his father is very ill, so he needs a well-paying job so that he can pay for his father's nursing home basically. So the whole time we're like, oh, this guy is like an okay guy, like he doesn't appreciate this, he's only working there because, well, I guess he's complicit even in that, but at least we know that he like morally feels bad about this. But then in the second half of the book, especially the ending, like the last chapter, it's really like, okay, this guy actually is not a great guy at all. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but the like the turning point, like the last chapter before part 2 begins, and then like the last chapter of the book really are just like, wow, like this is why I don't like men. Also, this is why I'm vegetarian. I don't know, really distressing book, really, really good. I would probably give it like a 4.5 star. On Goodreads I gave it 4 stars because they don't have half stars, but yeah, I would recommend this. I don't know, I'm kind of curious about the English translation now because I read it in the Spanish, but I think the English, obviously English translation is also very well regarded. Like that's how I saw it recommended, was in English, because I guess I mostly interact with English content anyway, so how would I have been recommended the Spanish? But anyways, it was quite good. So I'm next reading, or probably gonna finish My Lover, the Rabbi, which also reads really fast. There's like a bunch of white space on the pages. Yeah, I just wanted to give you English. English is my native language, by the way. I shouldn't really be allowed to criticize it. Is that a good word, criticize? Anyways, yeah, I wanted to give you that update that I finished that. Tuesday is my pretty chill day though. I have 2 classes, both Spanish classes. I have a presentation in one, but I think it's supposed to be 10 minutes and I just practiced it this morning and I talked for 19 minutes. So I should be okay on that. I'll actually probably have to talk a little bit less. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And I finished that terribly distressing book. Yeah. I'll talk to you later.
Alright, unboxing.
But I don't have anything to say except that it's pretty. I want to keep. Okay. What?
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Chocolate. My favorite food.
Let's go over the taste test.
Senior Award goes to the graduating senior with the highest grade point average in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. This year, the award goes to Elsa Mitchell and Kenny Lau.
Hello. Wait. I just wanted to give a quick update to the vlog because I just had our like commencement award ceremony. So not like the graduation ceremony, but awards from like different departments and clubs and whatever within the College of Engineering, which is where my degree of computer science falls. This is not gonna stay. Okay, it's fine. Will I include this in the vlog? I don't know. I got a computer science and engineering leadership award. I got the like senior award for a senior in computer science with the highest GPA, which I believe I shared that award with someone else. I got a humanities award for excellence in the humanities as well as science, computer science, engineering, or math. I think because I did complete a language minor and I don't know anyone at Tandon who's done that. And I mean, I'm sure other people have. I don't know anyone personally, not to say that I know every single person that goes to my school. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what put me in the humanities excellence category. And I also received the Dean's Award for Outstanding Scholarship, which is the highest award. There's no single valedictorian of my college this year, so highest award, you're looking at a valedictorian, not a valedictorian of NYU Tandon School of Engineering 2026. So yeah, that's why my hair actually turned out okay today. It weren't natural. Yeah, my last day of classes was yesterday. A little bit sad for me. I do really enjoy school. I think that I will probably go back to school at some point in the future. I don't think that I'm gonna stay away forever. What is the date? It is May 6th, Wednesday. So it is 8 days until all university commencement, 12 days until Tandon commencement. All of my schoolwork is done except for one single exam on the 13th. So kind of insane. That was my update. So kind of crazy that everything is gonna be done soon, but yeah.
Elsa Jean Mitchell.
Zoom out is really slow. Look at the coloring on here. Isn't it good?
Yeah. Feeling generous.
Yeah, how generous would that have been?
You wanted a what?
AT-AT. No, they don't have the big one anymore. It's a small one.
Purple the foul.
This one?
Yeah.
No.
Is it?
This one?
Yes.
That's what we did. There you go.
Okay, ready? So your name? So wait, you guys are having supper. Beaumont Marjorie Batch.
Yeah. A martini.
Chance.
Oh, they smell really good.
A nice chance.
Hello, welcome to the the podcast segment. We're gonna start a podcast, but not right now. This is just our book haul. First of all, update. Because this is going in my end of college vlog, I am back home, obviously. Both graduations are over. So yeah, that's what's going on. But Celia and I did, the day before my graduation ceremony, we did a bookstore crawl in downtown Manhattan. So we have books. Should we try to go and order the bookstores again?
I think, if I remember correctly, I got 9 books and Elsa got 5. We went to 5 stores, but we only bought books from 4.
The store that these came from is Sweet Pickle Books. It's on Orchard Street in like Lower East Side, and it's all used books. I got Star Wars Jedi Trial. I think look at this book. It's so cute and little. It's like a mass market paperback. There were a few Star Wars books there, but I wanted to get this one because it had Anakin on it. And it's like Clone Wars, which I feel like is like I don't know, episodes like 2 and 3. Well, 1, 2, and 3 are some of my favorite ones, so hopefully it's good. I think the Star Wars novels are really hit or miss, so hopefully this is a good one.
Is it a crazy question to ask, like, what came first? It was comics first, right?
I know
Or was
the
it a
movies
book?
are before any books.
Okay. So a comic, then a movie, then a book.
I don't know anything about comics.
Well, the movies weren't the original. Or were they?
I kind of feel like they were.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we need to figure this out. My book just said 67 today. And I was like, I know it did that on purpose. The first book I got was Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, which was her first book. It's a romance, if you can't tell by the cover.
Romance?
I'm in my romance era. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about it other than that I'm pretty sure it's like on a lake, which you can also tell by the cover. It's just so summer. And then the second book I got is Fourth Wing. I feel like I need to read it. Tula has this book. Our younger sister has this book.
I didn't know it says fly or die.
Isn't that so cringe? I literally have never read fantasy or romantasy, So I'm scared, but like everyone like loves this book so much. I was like, I have to read it at some point. And I'm just trying to get a bunch of books. Like I'm trying to collect books. Well, I'm also going to read them all, but like I'm working through my to read shelf right now, and I'm actually like halfway since I started actually working through it without buying new books, but obviously I just bought a bunch of new books.
Next, we went to the McNally Jackson location on Prince Street in Soho. If you don't know McNally Jackson, it's a independent bookstore chain. I believe they're only in New York City. I got this is in Spanish, but the English title is The Passion According to G.H. by Clarice Lispector. She's a Brazilian author. So I got it in Spanish because Spanish is typically closer to Portuguese. I don't even know really what this is about, except that it's kind of just like weird. I don't know. The back says it's about an independent woman one day alone in her attic. She has an extraordinary experience in which she is confronted by her own limits.
Are you having trouble translating, or you just don't understand what's going on?
It provokes nausea and a torrent of intimate reflections about her emotions, fears, anguishes, and the essence of her existence.
Sounds deep.
Anyways, yeah. I've read Clarice Lispector before for my women's lit Spanish class. I read The Hour of the Star.
I got Writers and Lovers by Lily King, and I got this solely because Heart the Lover is my now favorite book. I just read it right after spring break, so March. And I read it and I cried, and I immediately was like, this is my favorite book. But I've not read enough like adult books to know to have a favorite, if you know what I mean. Like my favorite books have all just been books I've read like in my childhood, because for a while, like freshman year of college and like senior year of high school, I really did not read that much. So I like kind of just like skipped from young adult to like now. So I didn't really have a favorite book that like I was proud to say out loud, because I was like, it's a children's book. I mean, not children's, but like young adult. But this is, I think, her second most popular book, so that's why I got this one.
Next, we stopped at Mercer Street Books and Records, which is on Mercer Street and Bleecker Street. It's right next to NYU's main campus, and it's also all used books, and they have records, obviously, as well, as the name suggests.
When we went into here, it was like, I feel like we were finding like no books, and then we found this ridiculous book Elsa's about to show you. Or I spotted it on the shelf, and then we like ended up getting 4 books from here. I feel like it was really like quick.
I got this book called You Shall Know Our Velocity by Dave Eggers.
Show the cover.
I think the cover is really pretty. I don't even know if there actually is a description in here. Did we look it up maybe?
No, we didn't.
But it just looks really kind of silly.
Oh yeah, the first page.
Yeah, the first page looks like this. It's like all in caps, and it seems like there's no chapter breaks or anything in here. I saw there's a couple places where it says like a new day of the week, but there's no real like chapters or anything. It looks like there's a lot of dialogue. Yeah, it looks interesting. So I got it. Yeah, Celia found it on the shelf because the title is so silly. Anyways, and I also got this gorgeous copy of Greek tragedies. It has Agamemnon, Prometheus Bound, is that Oedipus, right? Oedipus the King, Antigone, and Hippolytus. I'm not sure if I pronounced that last one right.
Yeah, I don't know how to say any of those. It's so pretty.
It's in really good condition. It's a really pretty copy. I kind of wish someone else had like annotated it, because I feel like, especially old, like reading old stuff like this, sometimes it's nice to have other people's annotations to know like a little bit what's going on. Yeah, I really like the idea of like a lot of authors now have written Greek myth retellings, and I really like the idea of like reading like the original text along with a retelling, you know? Kind of like as a study almost.
I do want to read more Greek tragedies. Or like,
Well, perfect. So I have the book for you.
well, like I actually like the Odyssey. Like we read it
For school.
for school and everyone hated it because it was like this thick of a book.
Yeah.
I thought it was like kind of all over the place at the same time as it was like in a straight line. Does that make sense? That makes no sense.
And what did you get at Mercer Street Books?
Oh,
Pray tell.
I got Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets because I have Elsa's extras of the Sorcerer's Stone and Prisoner of Azkaban. And I'm just gonna try to slowly collect them. And this was, I think, like, yeah, $5. And then my second book that I got from this place was Hello Beautiful by, oh great,
Napolitano?
Anne Napolitano. I'm so bad at pronunciations, like almost as bad as Elsa. But I'm bad at names and you're bad at words. I low-key don't know what this is about, but I've seen it recommended like so many places. Yeah, I don't know. And
pretty.
I love, yeah, it's beautiful. I love hardcovers. I know I'm crazy, but I do prefer hardcover. I just don't like when the cover bends. Okay, it's different because I like to read on the treadmill. On the treadmill, I like to read a paperback. But in my bed, I like to read a hardcover because I sometimes read on my side. So then it like holds itself up. But like a hardcover, and I got it on sale for $8. And it's a book I've been wanting to read that's like somewhat new. Like, you have to get it.
Before we went to the last store, we stopped at Codex, which is on Bleecker Street, the east side of Bleecker Street. I thought that it was a different store. If anyone knows, I'm pretty sure the store that I'm thinking of is in like the East Village, Soho area. And it's like a used bookstore. There's records kind of in the middle, and then if you go into the back, there's like a room that's like practically outside. It's almost like a porch. Here's Hopper. What do you have to
She
say?
says hi. She says they didn't give me any books.
Anyways, the store, you go in the back, there's like a room that's like almost outside. Like I went there in the winter last time and it was very cold out there. But there was like a ton of books. Anyways, if you know what that bookstore may be, please let me know. But it was not Codex. Anyway, Codex was really pretty. They had a lot of books, but we didn't find anything that we wanted to get. So then our last stop that we made was, of course, the Strand on 12th and Broadway. Celia got 4 books. I only got 1. I got this book, Soviet Milk by Nora Ikstena. I've never heard of it before, but it's from a Latvian author, and it's about a mother-daughter duo. Spans from the end of World War II until the fall of the Berlin Wall. It's about like the Soviet kind of oh my gosh.
Epic fail.
It sounds like it's about like the Soviet influence in Latvia. So yeah.
I hope you can hear that. The first book I got was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Because I feel like this is like, it's not a classic, but I feel like it's like
Show the back.
Is it a modern classic, would you say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait.
It's really gorgeous. It's again a hardcover. Beautiful map on the inside, beautiful cover. Again, it's a hardcover, and I feel like I need to read it because it's like it's just one you need to read. It's gorgeous. And that was outside on like the racks. I don't know if that's like a well-known thing, but like the clearance is outside. But there's like a bunch of racks of books outside the store that are clearance, and this one was what? $5, which is pretty good. And then also on the clearance rack outside, I got Once More with Feeling. Not gonna lie, did not read this description at all, but like I said, I like an easy romance, and it's $3. I've also read another one by this author. I forgot what it's called, but it's the pink one.
Yeah, the cover
If
looks
that's helpful.
exactly
The
same.
covers are all the same, but it's like pink. I believe it's about a movie star. Inside, not on clearance, I got Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee because I also feel like I have to read this. I loved To Kill a Mockingbird when I read it for school. So my To Kill a Mockingbird copy, though, is like a paperback that's like half the size of this. And now I'm going to have this
I have that
huge
little
hardcover. It was $8.50 for a hardcover. Again, really good. And this one's like new, I would say. Anyways, my last book. This book I have been wanting to get for like the past few months. It's been like my number one book. Pretty sure it's a romance. Don't know a ton about it. I just like have this feeling that I'll love it. And I've heard so many people say it's such a good book. The Wedding People by
Allison
Espach.
Spock? A Spock?
Es-
A Spock. It's like Spanish Spock.
Anyways, The Wedding People by Alison Espach or Espach. But yeah, I got this one also on sale because it's used. And that's the end.
Anyway, I think this is going to be the end of this video. Perhaps I'll make another vlog while I'm home, as I did for winter break. But if not, you will probably be hearing from me when I have moved to Seattle. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll see you later.
Bye.